Here I am at the Big Tang supermarket. So let's go inside and just check out some prices on certain items here. And no, thank you. So it doesn't look too busy today. Yeah. Doesn't look that busy today. Basically, anything imported will cost, much higher than non-imported goods, such as, say, Doritos. It's 120,000 rupiah. I was about to say dong. 120,000 rupiah for this bag and 95,000 for that bag. So yeah, anything imported is going to cost quite a bit more. If you check out these here, the potato chips, vinegar, and salt, it's 79,900. Here you have a reduced price, but I think it's probably due to the date getting ready to expire. In addition, let's go check out the price of eggs. Here we go. Eggs. Okay. Let's take a look over here. I'm not really sure what, I can't read Indonesian, so, but 26,500 is quite cheap. And the highest eggs here is 42,200. So that's still incredibly cheap. And it all depends. This here is not the same type of eggs as what you'll find here. These are quail eggs. I've had them before. 12,900 for quail eggs. Extremely inexpensive. So let's take a look here. So the highest here is 59,500. Looks like still a very good bargain. These look like cooked eggs. Yeah. So yeah, let's go over and see what other items cost here. It's breads. Oh, bread from another country, or imported bread, or specially made bread will cost a lot more. Like this pure natural pumpkin, 111,500. So that will cost more than other local breads. A German bread, let's see what that would be. Not really sure. It doesn't specify here. Okay, 38,000 for German bread. 5 grain is 40,000. IDR. Most of these have the price on there. So pita bread, that is 32,000. This is basically, I believe this is 37,400. All natural ingredients. This is sourdough, I believe. Pumpernickel, a tiny loaf right here, is 36,300, really. This here, this tiny loaf is 25,600. So they will cost more because they're from outside or made for Europeans. And the bread, let's take a look at the meat. And basically it's for the grams, 100 grams, 100 Wagyu stockyard ribeye, 180,000 rupiah for 100 grams per item. And if it goes over that, then of course, you know, then just multiply it by the cost per gram. Pork neck, 13.150 per 100 grams. So pork is pretty inexpensive, but of course, not everybody eats pork. Beef tenderloin is 45,000 per 100 grams. Something like this, jackfruit is 19,500 rupiah. So very cheap for that local food. Too many people down that aisle. A lot of the products here are local, but if you do get a product from outside their country, it will cost a little bit more. So I'm going to get this toothpaste, which is charcoal. It's 44,500 rupiah. I was going to say dong because I've been in Vietnam recently and that's what I'm used to converting. But let's take a look at other items, such as possibly so water is pretty cheap, 5,500. Or for a larger one, it's 4,000 down here. It depends on the company as well. But I don't think alcohol has a price tag on there. They won't disclose it because it is so very high. Majority of the alcohol is imported from other countries, as you know. And the product in which that is local will be the cheapest, which would be Bintang beer, but in Iraq. But that has the consequence of methanol, and you all know about that situation in Laos, in which has been happening. But here they have peanuts, 33,300. Beef jerky for a small container like that is 97,500. So it's 13 grams of protein, very little beef jerky in it. This, of course, is imported, so of course they price it accordingly. Coffee, it depends on where the coffee comes from. So here we have the luwak coffee, and that will cost a lot anywhere you go in the world. But it's 195,000 for a package of luwak coffee, which is basically 150 grams. This you will find everywhere throughout the world, but they increase the price based on the value of it. But it is a highly sought after coffee, and they produce it here. They produce it here in Bali. So, but the price reflects the demand for it and the grade, the quality grade. So this is 200,000 for this here, and 279 for the same coffee, but higher quantity, 250 grams. And Tim Tam chocolate biscuits. I wonder where this is from. So it's 110,900. 110,900. Not sure what country makes this. I was hoping to get the origin made, but I couldn't really see it. So I can't remember. So this here is mangosteen chips, and it's 55,500. And that's a fruit that grows here. And yeah. And of course you have, again, luwak chocolate. So 95,000 here. And this here is 255,000. So it all depends on, and this here is 25,000. So that doesn't cost a whole lot. But then you have the different types of luwak chocolate. So this here is 67,000 luwak, 67,000 rupiah. So it all varies. It depends on where it's coming from originally, what country it's being brought in from, and say this is oil brought in from Italy, so that's 356,500. That's quite expensive. You know, the smaller containers, 158,000 on the quantity, of course. So the prices will vary on the grade of oil and, you know, where it's coming from, what country it's being made at. So Pam spray olive oil is 117,000 rupiah. So it all varies. It all varies on where it is coming from. I can't recall what I wanted to get here, but I do know I need to get toothpaste. I'm trying to not eat junk food, which is potato chips and cookies, because that seems to be my downfall here. When I'm bored, I just reach for cookies or something like that. They have a lot of souvenir objects that they sell here as well, and they're pretty comparable to other locations on the street. So this is pretty heavy metal. Let's see here. The Buddha medal here, I think it's this right here, 222,000. Animal, 317,000. So yeah, but you just have to gauge what you're willing to pay, and see if you could find it elsewhere for less, or actually what you really want. So yes, so yeah, the Buddha, Happy Buddha, it's 61,000 rupiah. This here is really pretty cool. So basically almost 200,000 rupiah. So yeah, it all varies, you know, it's all relative. It's pretty heavy, that's pretty heavy. A mermaid, that's 317,000. And these purses right here, a small one is 54,000. A larger one is 63,000. And they have different sizes. They have another one bigger than this as well. And then they have these right here, which are not copper, of course. These are not copper, so it's 120,000 for this. Or the beetle, 174,000. So it all depends on what they're made of and what you're willing to pay, basically. But you could always find it at another shop, and if you buy high quantity, then of course you could you could bring the price down if you buy more items from a individual shop. They have other items, of course, cleaning products. Oh, this looks like the baby aisle. Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, sprays for insects. Safel, which is a good product to buy because the mosquitoes are bad this year, and they have been spreading dengue. Oh, I was going to get tea. That is what I was going to get, was tea. So this tea here is imported, so it all costs quite a bit. 94,000, almost 100,000. But let me go check. Where else do they have tea? Not really sure where the tea is all located. Oh, right here possibly. No, not here. So here are the teas, like I said, Twinings of London. That's an expensive tea. It's almost 100,000 rupiah for one box. But if they're made in Indonesia, of course, they're going to be a lot less. Here's Indonesian tea made in Java, 39,000. So they have quite a bit difference with the importing goods to this country for sale. So here we have green tea, 59,000 with this brand. So it all depends on whether it's local or brought in from another country. So just always be aware of that. No matter what kind of goods that you buy and whatever country you're in, if it is brought in from another country, and that will reflect on the price of the product that you buy, because they will pass on the cost to the individual who purchases the goods. So here we have coconut chips, and it's 15,500 rupiah. I think I'll get some of this as a snack. They have the coconut chips with chocolate as well, covered in chocolate, or I'll have to, not really sure. Let's see. There's all kinds of different chips. Mango chips. It's all very healthy snacks. Trying to get healthy snacks instead of chips and stuff like that. So maybe I might get some rice crackers, original or teriyaki flavor. I'm not really sure. Maybe I might get both, but it's getting really crowded here. So I'm gonna turn off my my phone. But you get the idea. All imported goods are like 3 times more expensive versus the local products which they produce here in Indonesia. And or such as this, that doesn't seem to be too horribly high, 23,900. We seem to buy these in America and they cost way more because of course we are importing them. Trying to figure out where this is coming from. I'm not really sure where it's made. So here we have teriyaki, and I think I'm going to get original as well. But yeah, this looks pretty a lot of this is locally made or possibly brought in from Australia or another country really close by. These here look like they are made locally, so it is 14,600 for this type of seaweed. They do make them on the, they harvest seaweed on other islands, and so it costs less. So I'm gonna stop right here. It is, I believe these are from Japan, so roasted seaweed, so a little bit more costly. So I'm going to stop right here. It's getting quite busy in the store, so I'm gonna try to pay for my goods and get out of here.